Well, hello everyone, and welcome or welcome back to Life of Wonders. This is Polo, and I love making videos of dolls, toys, and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So today I thought I would just put together some of the most iconic Ariel dolls that I do have in my collection from different eras and different brands, throughout the years since the debut of the film back in 1989, starting from Tico to the most recent Mattel Creations Enchanted Elegance doll. And that way we can actually have a glance at how the portrayal of Ariel as a doll has changed through the years, which is very crazy because I think it's hard, it's up and downs, and it's very noticeable for this character in particular. All of the dolls are very dear to me in in different ways. But anyway, let's start with the this is like a holy grail, I would say. Well, this one too, I don't know, but anyway, this is like, I believe is one of the only times that Ariel has been portrayed like wearing the nightgown. I don't know why this is the reason, but anyway, this was produced by Tico back in the early 90s, or just about, you know, when the movie was released, so very soon after. And something that that really strikes about this doll is that she resembles to be very childlike, in comparison. I mean, this isn't, I don't know if this was like released for the 20th to 25th anniversary, like I don't know, or 15th anniversary. I mean, this happened way after, but as you can see, it's just like a complete different take. This is by Mattel, by the way, and is a very special edition, which I love. I think she looks magnificent, she looks regal, and she does really look like the queen of the ocean. But for some reason, all of the Tico Ariel dolls were children. I mean, she is like about the size of a Stacy doll back in the day. And she's supposed to be a teenager, but in my opinion, I mean, yeah, she does have like some breasts there, but in terms of proportion, and it was very cringy to actually see these dolls next to the um Prince Eric dolls that were released by the same company at the time, because he was so much taller than her, and he was so much more grown up that it was, to this day, is cringy. And that is why I don't do that, and I only keep like this doll because she's wearing this iconic gown and it's very pretty. I mean, it's very she looks very innocent, it's very naive. The quality of the hair is pretty alright, the color, everything, and I don't know, it's just taking me back to that time. Then we have this other doll that was released by Mattel in a very special edition, and to this point, it's one of my most beloved dolls that I do have in my collection. I think that this call could have been better. But then there is something so very special and magical about it, that I wouldn't change it for, any other doll. I think that the hair is just so regal as well, and even like the way it looks from the back, that it doesn't have the box hair that the majority of the dolls right now come with, such as like the very last one that we got from Mattel. Um, I don't know. It's really nicely done, and she might not look as close to the animation, but she really does look like a queen here, and the outfit is just like theatrical. I mean, it's just so it. This is way before the designer dolls, and it looks so designer in my opinion, and yeah, like one of the best for sure in mermaid form for 11 inches and a half. Now then, we jump to the 2010 decade, and then we have this holiday special with, I believe this is like the only one that was produced with the green dress for like this scale. And the green dress is something that um, I was searching for quite some time, and there's also like the Disneyland special. But anyway, I you know that my favorite size is this one over here, and she's still like childlike in terms of like the body proportions. And in fact, this one, even though it was produced by Mattel, it really does look younger, and the body it's similar to that of a Stacy or a Skipper doll, I would say. So we've gone from a Stacy to Skipper, and Stacy's supposed to like be like around 10 to 12 years of age, I would say. And then Skipper is about 13, 14, I don't know. So anyway, but this is very cute. I think it resembles how it looks in the movie slightly better. The hair is saran already here. I think this is probably Kanekalon. That is what I'm getting when I touch it, especially on the areas that are not gelled. And yeah, I mean, it's cool, and it already started to have some points of articulation here and there. And even though this was like, it was a special edition, but you know, Playline in a way, I think it's a very beautiful doll. Then we jump to the Hasbro ones. After Hasbro took over right after Mattel, and then it was just reduced to probably the most basic dolls that we've seen. Even though we're still getting Playline, you know, very basic ones from Mattel at this point, it all declined after the 2010s in a way that now it's kind of accepted to find sculpted elements, and you know, and yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be Playline and all, but the quality, nothing quite like everything that was. And taking into account that this has like 35 years of age, I mean, this one over here, I still feel like there is more quality to this than the quality that we found right after. So we have this other like childlike once again, even smaller in proportion. It looks disproportionate as well because the heads are so small. They're like very cartoony and everything. This one at least come with like the green dress, which I like. Very basic, nothing quite like this one. But at least it's all fabric, right? And we're not having like the sculpted top or anything like it. And she comes with separate shoes and everything. And then here we have the Shop Disney Premier Series Designer Ariel doll, which, wow, it's one of my favorites for sure. And I think the Disney Store has probably launched the best Ariel dolls in the recent years. And when I talk about the recent years, I am talking about the last 15 years. Just in general, like Mattel is getting there right now with this. Like, I'm very impressed with the next one, which is Enchanted Elegance, just released by Mattel. But the very best are from Shop Disney, in my opinion, by far. Obviously, the prices are like completely different, but maybe like the equivalent of the price was like what we were getting back in the day for this one. But again, this happened way before the very first designers. And yeah, I mean, these dolls are just amazing. I love this. Ariel doll is very 80s. She's supposed to be attending her own premiere, and I just love her to pieces. And then we have the most recent from Mattel, which I think has done a very nice job in translating, you know, the I mean, it looks very realistic. They shrunk its head, you know, and then it's very reminiscent of how she appears in the movie in terms of like the proportions of the face and everything. You know that before it was simply not a match, I think. And then they're adding things that are coming back to, you know, this sort of like glorious era that was like the 90s in a way, even though the prices are a little bit high at the time. They were also high. So yeah, it's like we're getting back, like something happened in between that I didn't really like. Thankfully, Disney Store was still releasing those that were very worth it, for collectors, I say. But anyway, I mean, this has been my own evolution of Ariel dolls throughout the years. It's just so crazy to see the very first one with, you know, the very last one that we have over here. And I thought it would be interesting for all of us to appreciate. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, and if you enjoy this kind of videos, well, don't forget to like this one, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Which one is your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? Which one would you have included as part of like this, you know, lined up, if you could. And as always, I will be more than happy to get back to all of you. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.